Nvidia just saved the entire US economy, the entire US stock market. But are your funds and your 401k safe in the US stock market if it is all entirely propped up by this one stock called Nvidia? I'm going to explain the dirty little secret nobody's talking about in the stock market. First, let's look at the Nvidia chart, right? Stock chart. Look at this massive and crazy, right, rise over the last, say, 3 years or 2 years or so, right? This massive run up. We had a big dip and then a bounce up. But look where this is now. And here's the chart of investors' emotions, as we all know. Is Nvidia at this key place of a bull trap with a little bounce return to normal before the big drop? Why or why not? First, let's analyze what exactly is happening with Nvidia and why is it so important? Well, see, the entire US stock market, the entire US economy right now kind of depends on the spending power of consumers who depend on the stock market to keep them feeling rich, right? That's the wealth effect, right? Now, the entire US stock market kind of right now depends on AI stocks, and AI stocks all depend on Nvidia right now. And that's why Nvidia is so important to the entire US stock market and therefore the entire US economy right now. And it just beat, right, earnings and revenue, and it was great. It was a great report, except its gross margin slipped. What does that mean when gross margins slip? See, gross margins for Nvidia used to be like 78%. Now it's fallen off to 75%, right, for this quarter. That simply means that Nvidia is not able to sell their GPUs, their chips, right, at the price that they demand like before, right? They could just basically set their price before, and now they're getting pushed back just a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit on the pricing, because they can't just demand whatever they want as much as before now. So that's signaling to me that the monopoly, the dominance that Nvidia has is no more. And why is that? First, they have an American competitor called AMD, and they're releasing, right, their new GPU or AI chip. So they're like 50% or 70% cheaper than Nvidia chips. So that's going to be competition. And let's not forget, in October, Huawei, remember them? Huawei will launch its high silicon chip, right? The Ascend 910 that can also compete with Nvidia. You don't think that's true? It's Nvidia itself that identifies Huawei as a major competitor for them. In fact, they said they were the only competitor. So with all this competitive pressure, I still expect Nvidia to perform well, maybe one more big bounce up, but then that's probably the top of the entire AI bull market. .com type of crash coming.